What's up, everyone? Coach D speaks with the MeidasTouch Network. So Tim Scott, who, mark my words, will soon be seen holding an umbrella over Donald Trump in the rain, is being thrown out in front of crowds of white Republicans to continue the lie of all the great things Donald Trump did for black people. And the craziest thing about this is that the people in that crowd, they would be against Donald Trump if he actually did all these things for black people. So let's listen to Tim Scott tell the lie about all the money Donald Trump gave to HBCUs.
And on top of that, who's the president who brought the most money in for historically black colleges and universities? Donald Trump.
First of all, just to reiterate, this is all a lie. But facts don't matter to these people. The only thing that matters to them is what they can convince their easily manipulated followers to believe. But this all stems from Donald Trump having the gall to go out and lie and say that he saved HBCUs.
My administration has also made historic investments in historically black colleges and universities. I saved HBCUs. We saved them. They were going out and we saved them.
And I've said this before, but this is why I dislike the average black conservative. They provide cover for Republican racism and lies. So let me explain the lie. Stay with me here. Back when Carter was president, he signed an executive order sending funding to HBCUs. Every president since then has signed a similar executive order. Every president since then. During Trump's administration, there was a lapse in that funding due to his and Congress's negligence. So then the House and the Senate came together to sign a bipartisan bill to continue that funding. Trump signed the bill. That's what presidents do. But he had nothing to do with writing the bill. Then he runs out and he says, I saved HBCUs. They were going out and I saved them. First of all, they weren't going out. But if they were, he was the reason why. That would be like starting a house fire, then putting it out and yelling out, I just saved this house. And all of Tim Scott's talking points are set to 2019. Everything Joe Biden has done, he's done better than Trump. The black unemployment rate is lower. Black wages are up. And Joe Biden actually gave funding to HBCUs. The only difference between Tim Scott and Donald Trump is that Tim Scott lies in complete sentences. Joe Biden and his administration has invested over $7 billion in HBCUs, $3.6 billion during COVID relief, $1.6 billion for student debt relief, and $1.7 billion for low-income students. The idea that Donald Trump saved HBCUs is one of the biggest lies being told by the Republican Party. And make no mistake about it, Tim Scott knows this is a lie. Tim Scott will do anything to be Donald Trump's vice presidential pick, when in reality, we all know he has no chance. The Republican Party will use black people for political expedience, but they will never elevate them to any real positions of power. Not one person in that crowd cares about HBCUs. I guarantee you, none of them even know why they exist. These are the same people who say things like, well, why are there all black colleges when there are no all white colleges? I get secondhand embarrassment watching Tim Scott lie over and over again just to get patted on the back by Donald Trump. And Tim Scott does all of this for a man who was successfully sued for trying not to rent apartments to black people. Tim Scott is about one rally away from Donald Trump bringing him up on stage to country line dance to that Try That in a Small Town song while wearing those ugly gold J6ers. Period.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Meidas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.